Welcome YouTubers. Today we're working on the Mustang again. We're going to be swapping out the pipes from the headers to the mufflers as like the mid pipes with some off-road units. So let's get right into this. Alright, let's see if you guys can see this here. So this is the problem. You can see my subframe connectors hanging down here, but up here the catalytic converter, especially on the passenger side, is hanging down more. Let me see if I can zoom in here. There you go. And now you can see how far down that catalytic converter hangs. That just ain't gonna cut it. So my little girl's been dragging that thing on all the speed bumps around UT, so let's see if we can't swap this out and get it fixed. Alright, so this is the kit that I got off eBay. 130 bucks, that's the best price I could find. It has an H-pipe and supposedly man-drilled bent. This thing is still taped shut. So let's see how it looks. Alright, that's what we got here. Well, it is man-drilled bent. There's the H-pipe. Got provisions for your smaller tube, so I'm just gonna put a bolt in there. We're gonna cap that off. We don't need that. Flanges are maybe, I don't think it's quarter inch, probably 3/16 flanges on these things. They're slotted, so that should make it a little easier to put together. Oxygen bungs in the head tubes here and here. All right, well, let's see how this works. All right, well, this passenger side header bolt is being a bit of a pain here. Unless I gotta disconnect the oxygen sensor to get that bolt out. My wrench just won't go around it. Another interesting note is, why are the header bolts 5/8 inch, but the back ones toward the mufflers are 15 millimeters? I don't know, crazy, whatever. All right, well, there's the old ugly one. You can see they've already cut out one of the front cats. And I'm betting the other three are probably all plugged up anyway, so it's time for something different. So let's look at something different. Okay. Alright, so I am going to put this thing in sections. Like so. This should be pretty easy like this. Or so I hope. Just saw this thing here. This is the connector for the muffler, and yeah, it's pretty bunged up right back here, so I'm gonna get a pair of pliers and try to bend that straight, but that's not a sign of quality, so I hope these pipes don't leak. We'll see. One thing that you're gonna have to do is drill out your exhaust flanges, because the new exhaust comes with these bad boys, and these aren't gonna fit your old mufflers unless you have a different cat back or something. So you can either reuse your stock old rusty ones, or you can drill out your flanges and use these nice pretty shiny ones. I'm gonna use these. All right, big drill. All right, a couple of 3/4 wrenches. All right, well, this thing is official. This off-road pipe sucks. This oxygen sensor on the passenger side is hitting the starter. My girl has to go to school tomorrow, and I don't have the luxury of sending this thing back. So I am gonna have to cut this thing out. I don't want to do this. It never fits right, you know? So I'm gonna cut this thing out and then flip it around and re-weld it, so I can get my oxygen sensor in there. Now, instead of here, it should have been here. I mean, how simple is that? From there to there. Caliente. Alright, so I need to clean this piece up. Oh, that's actually pretty good. Can you guys see that? That's gonna work pretty good there. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, I know that's a cut-off disc instead of a grinding disc, but I don't have time to be PC right now. All right, well, there we go. It ain't pretty, but is going back on the car. Alright, so next issue is to figure out how to get this air injection tube into this fitting on the front pipe. And these things are like at 90-degree angles to each other. It's as if they welded this piece on the wrong pipe. If they would have taken this and welded it over here on the driver's side pipe, that'd be like a straight shot there. But now we're at 90 degrees. Why the heck is that? Doesn't make sense. I gotta go here to there. It doesn't even make sense. Alright, so I just plugged that air intake line with a little brass pipe plug that I had laying around. I'm not sure what size that is. It actually fits a little bit loose, so it might fall out. A better option might be a galvanized steel cap or something like that, and try to smack that over it and maybe weld it. I don't know. But we'll see how this does for me. I'll maybe crawling back underneath this thing in a month or so. But let's lower it down and fire it up. Let's see how it sounds. Alright, so there you have it. Off-road exhaust on. Girl's gonna drive it in tomorrow to school. Done. Well, shift taken about maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Probably took about 4. Ridiculous amount of time. Lots of rusty bolts. Fitment issues, having to re-weld where the oxygen sensor bung was. The air intake tube was an issue. Can't recommend it. I definitely have got this thing for $130. For $150, you can get the off-road pipe from Late Model Restoration on sale, of course. Go ahead and spend the $150. Don't do the eBay thing. Thanks for watching.